Hello students and welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In today's session, we will be discussing about the political parties' symbols. Okay, so you might already be knowing that there are various symbols for different political party, right? Now, the thing to be studied here is about what happens when the political party splits. So there has been cases when previously political parties have split due to various reasons. So in that situation, presently one more such case is going on. So in this situation, what happens to the symbol, as in who gets it? For example, if a political party X splits into, let's say, X1, X2, who is given the original symbol of political party X is the question. So we will see that in detail. We will see what issue is going around and what is the ruling or what has happened previously, so on and so forth. So let's get started. What is the news all about? So basically, the NCP and NCP SP tussle is going on with respect to the clock symbol. So NCP is the Nationalist Congress Party founded by Mr. Sharad Pawar. Okay, so this is the party NCP, and NCP has the clock symbol. Now what has happened is this NCP has split into two. So the other faction now is called as NCP SP. This SP stands for Sharad Pawar faction. Okay, the faction led by Sharad Pawar. So we have now what? We have NCP and we have NCP SP. So what has happened here? The issue is that the Election Commission has given the clock symbol to NCP, and NCP SP has filed a plea in the Supreme Court saying that do not give this symbol of clock to NCP, rather give it to us, and in the meanwhile please freeze the symbol till the time the matter is sub judice in the court. You can freeze the symbol so as to no one can use it, right? So that is the news that is all about. Sharad Pawar faction has filed a plea in the Supreme Court. For what? For direction to restrain the Ajit Pawar faction. This NCP which is there, it is the Ajit Pawar's faction from using this clock symbol. Why specifically now it has been filed? Because there is the Maharashtra State Assembly elections are now upcoming. So ask them to not use it. Later on who gets it can be decided, but at least ask them not to use it is what is the case all about. Now the question comes, how are symbols allotted? Now symbols are allotted to the various political parties, various as in the state parties or the national political party. When they are recognized as a state party and national political party, they get the symbol. They have they get the symbol which is reserved only for them. If it's a state political party, let me tell you, if it's a state political party, let's say in Maharashtra and Odisha, so the symbol for them would be reserved. That particular symbol will be reserved for them in the state of Maharashtra and Odisha. But if it's a national party means having a larger say than the state parties. Okay, it's a bigger party basically. So if there is a national party, then what happens? Whatever symbol is reserved for this political party throughout India, in each and every state and union territory. Right, whereas state party is concerned, it is only with respect to the states in which it is considered as a state party. I hope that is absolutely clear. Now, symbols are allotted as per the provisions of Symbols Order by the Election Commission of India. So ECI's order is there based on which symbols are allotted. Now, what happens? Of course, India is the largest democracy. At the same time, India has a huge percentage of illiterate people, as a result of which symbol play a crucial role in canvassing, voting, publicity and identification of people by the people of the political party through their symbols. Okay? So a national or state recognized political party has a reserved symbol that will not be allotted to any other candidate in any constituency. Now, what is the issue here? The NCP, that is a state recognized party in two states. Which are those two states? Maharashtra and Nagaland. So what happened? Last year there was a split. So Ajit Pawar faction is one, Sharad Pawar faction is one. Now what happened when this split happened? Total MLAs in this party were 53. When the split happened, 41 of the MLAs went with the Ajit Pawar faction, and that is the reason why ECI has given the symbol to the Ajit Pawar faction, because majority of the MLAs were in support of the Ajit Pawar faction, right? But is this the criteria? Should this be the criteria? Is this the only criteria? Are there any other criteria? We'll see that as well. Okay, so Ajit Pawar faction was recognized as the real NCP, allotted the clock symbol, right? And what happened is, to the Sharad Pawar faction, they allotted a common symbol of man blowing a turra. Turra is a musical instrument. So this is the symbol that Sharad Pawar faction was allotted. Now, what happened is, when this symbol got changed, so Sharad Pawar faction is now claiming that because of the change in symbol, people got confused and we should have got more vote on another seat additionally, which we did not, because people got confused, and that should not have happened. So presently it claimed that during the Lok Sabha elections, voters were confused. Now interestingly, in the Lok Sabha election contested on 9 seats, Sharad Pawar faction actually won 8 seats. So that is quite contrary to what is being said, but you can't say it, because you can't definitely say that that need not be the case, because then they will argue we should have got all 9 seats, right? But still they have got 8 of the seats, but still they are mentioning that voters were confused to which faction represents the real NCP, and we are the real NCP. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, past instances, have there been any such instances previously? Yes, absolutely there have been. When that issue arises, then it is the ECI Election Commission of India that decides which faction or group to be recognized as the original real political party to whom the symbol would be given, and the symbol is allotted to such political party as per the decision of the Election Commission of India, right? At the same time, at times what Election Commission can also do is freeze the symbol. Now that is a good idea, at least till the time the matter is sub judice, if there is a plea in the court, or let's say you are not able to completely decide and it's very difficult based on the criteria, you are not able to understand to whom to give, so you freeze the symbol altogether, and these political parties can now use different symbols. However, previously it has so happened the 2-leaf symbol of the AIA-DMK, All India Anna Dravid Munitra Kadgam. So that is the political party for whom the symbol was frozen. At the same time, the bow and arrow symbol of the Shiv Sena was also frozen in 2022. So this was the symbol of AIA-DMK, the 2-leaf symbol. This was the symbol of Shiv Sena party, which was again frozen. So there have been cases, again in 2022 there was a split. So here the symbol was frozen for the time being. Especially it becomes important to do that when the election is upcoming. Then you freeze the symbol, let the party take different symbols, contest the elections, and then get more time to decide on that. Okay, so what can be the way forward? So there was a previous case in court, Supreme Court, Sadiq Ali versus the Election Commission of India, which laid down the formula for determining who should get the symbol. So we saw that ECI presently has given the clock symbol to NCP of Ajit Pawar faction because they had 41 MLAs out of 53. So we'll see whether that is the right thing to do or not, and whether that was mentioned by Supreme Court or not. So if you see, that was actually mentioned, but let us see what are the 3 criteria. The number 1 criteria are the aims and objectives of the party. Meaning, see, whenever a party splits, before splitting there is a single party which has a particular aim and objective. They may have particular ideology as well. They can be, democratic, republic, you have capitalist tendency, socialist, this, that, right wing, left wing, liberal, centrist, so many, based on which you have the aim of the party, aim and objective. So first thing that ECI has to see is aims and objectives. Are these two split, carrying forward the same aims and objective? If not, if it is completely different, one of them is completely different, then that party will not have a good chance of getting the symbol, right? So this is one thing. Second, its affairs as per the party's constitution that reflect inner party democracy. Inner party democracy as in the political party also there will be president, vice president through election. So also it also needs to be seen if all those democratically things are functioning or not. The third thing is majority in the legislative and organization wings. Majority in the legislative and organization wings. Okay, now what happened? We saw there are three criteria through this Supreme Court judgment many years back. So why did Election Commission of India gave symbol to NCP? Because what happened is there, see, we are saying the aims should be same. The aims were same. There was no dispute between the two factions on the first test, that is the aim. They kept the aim same, both of them, right? Secondly, as far as the democratic procedure is concerned, it was observed that neither of the factions followed that particular thing. So that second test also, second criteria could also be not utilized. Since first and second criteria could not be utilized, Election Commission of India was left with only the last criteria. What was that? The representation in the Legislative Assembly, right? So hence the decision was based solely on the majority in the legislature. I hope that is clear. But now what has happened? After that, the Lok Sabha elections took place. Now when the Lok Sabha election took place, what happened is NCP SP won 8 out of the 9 seats. So at a national level, this is the party which is gaining more power, more clout, right? So now again the decision needs to be probably rechecked, and it begs to be rechecked because they have, let's say more seats in the assembly, but here the NCP SP faction has got more seats in Lok Sabha, that is 8 out of 9, and here it was 51 out of 53. As a result of which another plea has been filed, and it will be very interesting to see what the Election Commission does over here, and does Supreme Court give a particular directive or not, right? So because there was majority for NCP in the Legislative Assembly, but majority for NCP SP in Lok Sabha. Majority in the sense that with respect to the seats which is got by the two various factions. Okay, now what could be the way forward here? See, all this involvement of Election Commission, Supreme Court, yes, they are there trying to do their job independently without any bias, but the real democracy can come from within. From within the political system. What happened? They did not follow the second test of democratically electing the leaders, this, that. That is why the ESCI has to rely only on the third criteria. So the real reform will only come when the internal democracy is proper. The functioning of the political party is proper through the internal democracy. That is going to help the system, and because of that maybe the split itself become more or let's say more rare, means less frequent, and even if it happens there will be more criteria for the ECI to decide which political party is actually should actually get the symbol. See, because what happens is there were 53 MLAs. Okay. Now, does the entire political party has only these many leaders? No, it may have 100 plus leaders, right? So what am I trying to hint over here is the internal political party's democratic procedure is very important. You cannot just have these people came in power, now they all want to separate. What about the other leaders over there? So it should be a decision made by all the leaders combined, and internal party democracy is, that is why very much necessary. I hope that is absolutely clear. Okay. So with the help of this, we can strengthen our democratic process as well. Thank you.